Yes, ma'am, you are live now. You can start.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, all. Welcome to this session. And we are learning the teleprime. So today again, we are going to start the taxation part in tele. Okay. Any doubt regarding the previous session? If you have, then you can ask. And I'm going to start the taxation feature today. Ishwarya, it's a while I'm entering my interest due journal entry in June 30th. It is not entering in the date. See, I told you earlier, June 30, you cannot enter the entry in on a June 30 because we are using the tele educational version. In a educational mode, apart from the first, second, and 31st, you cannot enter the entry. Okay, so please enter the entry on 31st, 31st July or 1st July, or like according to the dates. But you cannot enter the entry on 30th June. Okay, is it clear, Aishwarya? Anything else you want to ask, students? Any query? Okay, so we are going to start today the taxation part in tele. And first, before starting the practicals in tele, I'm going to give you some explanation regarding the taxation part. So in India, there are two types of taxes. One is indirect tax and second one is direct tax. So 1st July, okay, let me share the screen first. Okay, 1st July 2017, there was a drastic changes in our indirect tax, and our government applies GST, that is known as goods and service tax, a common tax on goods or services or both. Suppose you are selling the goods, then you have to give the treatment of GST, that is a goods and service tax. And if you are selling the services or purchasing the services or purchasing the goods, so in that case, you have to give the treatment of GST. So that is goods and service tax applied on 1st July 2017. So it is a type of indirect tax. It is a type of indirect tax, and it will be applicable on goods sold, on service provided. On goods sold or service provided by dealer and by manufacturer. So let me clear first. Again, goods and service tax, what is? GST is a broad-based and a single comprehensive tax levied on goods and service consumed in an economy. GST paid on the procurement of goods and service can be set off against the payable on the supply of goods. So now we should understand. So what is this word stands? The sentence stands: services can be set off against that payable on the supplies of goods or services. So first, this is again the clarification of GST. Anybody suppose want to ask something, then you can raise the query. Okay. Goods and service tax. Next, goods and service tax, it can be divided on the basis of straight transactions. Suppose your company situated in Madhya Pradesh, okay, and you are doing the business in Madhya Pradesh, and you are purchasing the goods or services within a state, and you are selling the goods and services within the state. So this is known as intrastate. Is it clear? On the basis of state, the transactions can be divided into two parts. One is an intrastate and second is an interstate. On the basis of state transaction, the transactions can be divided into two parts. One is intrastate and second one is interstate. Intrastate means if your company is situated in Madhya Pradesh, or not only the Madhya Pradesh, if your company is situated in Chhattisgarh and your company purchasing the goods and selling the goods within the Chhattisgarh, then it is known as intrastate. If it is within the state, then the transaction is known as intrastate. If the transactions happens within the state, whether the transactions are purchase or whether the transactions are sale. But if it is within the state, then transactions are known as intrastate. And if it is out of state, like suppose you are purchasing the goods from your own state and you are selling the goods to the different state, or vice versa, then the transactions are known as interstate. So intrastate and interstate, if it is intrastate, then your GST will be divided into two parts, half of 50-50%. The first part goes to the central GST and second part goes to the state GST. CGST and SGST. The abbreviation for that is CGST and SGST. But if the transaction is interstate, then the CGST will not be divided directly. It will be known as a IGST, that is integrated goods and service tax. Any doubt? Any doubt? So many students are there. If you are having some kind of doubt, little bit I gave you the understanding of GST. Little bit. Any doubt? No? Okay. So we are moving to the next part. No doubt. Thank you, Dhruvi. Thank you. So we are moving to the next part, that is goods and service tax, CGST, SGST and IGST. That's mean in the GST, three words you should understand: CGST, SGST and IGST. Now CGST and SGST meanings what? SGST means state goods and service tax. CGST means central goods and service tax. Then SGST replace your sales tax, entry tax, luxury tax and etc. If you are like aware with the taxation previously before the 2007, then almost the GST replaced the 27 indirect tax. 27 indirect tax almost. So previously entry tax was there, sales tax was there, luxury tax was there, and they charged by the state government. So now the SGST replace sales tax, entry tax, luxury tax, etc. A dealer can be used input tax credit. We will later on understand what is input tax credit. Okay. Services and goods are applicable between intrastate. Services and goods, because GST applicable on goods and services, whether you are selling the goods or purchasing the goods, or whether you are selling the services or purchasing the services, you have to pay the GST. Okay. No registration until the turnover exceeds rupees 20 lakhs. Now we will talk about the registration also. The second part, that is CGST, means central goods and service tax. It replaced the service tax, excise tax, entry tax, because previously it was applied by the central government, and SGST, which SGST replaced that tax which applied by the state government. Dealer can use the input tax credit. We will later on talk about the input tax credit. Services and goods are transferable between intrastate. Okay. Next, no registration until turnover exceeds rupees 20 lakhs. Now, we are going to again understand on the basis of registration. The rules are, if you are having the businesses and you are having the turnover greater than the 20 lakh, or like recently the rules are changed. It is given all the rules are given. So you have to register for the GST, that is goods and service tax. In that case, you will get a one GST number, and GST number is in a 15 characters. It is alphanumeric number in alphabets also. It is a combination of alphanumeric, alphabets and numbers. First two characters stands state codes. Rest 10. The PAN number, whatever the PAN number you are having, PAN number, then the two plus state codes plus PAN number, total 12. Then rest 3. The 13th character is a numeric character, number of units. Okay, how many number of units, for how many number of units you are registered? So you have to specify, and last is the ZX. So I'm going to tell you about give you about the format of the CGST. The format of the CGST is GST number. This is known as GSTN. Okay, that is known as GSTN. GST number is, this is a state code. This is a state code, then PAN card number, PAN number. Okay, you can check. See, it is of 15 characters. Total 15. 2, 3 stands state codes. And again, all the states have some kind of code. For example, MP have the 23 code, 2, 3. Then ACR PN 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 E. This is the PAN number. This is the PAN number. Now it is incomplete GST number. And last is a 13 is a number character number. How many companies you are registered for GST? And suppose I am having only the 1 unit, then 1 ZX. These are the some, like, again some characters. So 2, 3 is the state code, 10 is a PAN card number, then 1 is the number of units, and ZX sometime it is a fix. Is it clear? Is it clear? GST number. GST number. Anybody have some doubt? Okay. So next is we talk about the intrastate and interstate, then GST number. Now, according to the rule, you can register for GSTN, but it is not necessary. If your company have the transaction greater than the limit, whatever the limit is given, then you have to register. Otherwise, you can go for the composition also. Okay, one is a the categories are 3. One is a unregistered, second one is a composition, and third one is a registered. In the case of unregistered dealer, and if you are unregistered, then you don't have right to collect the GST from somebody else. And in that case, you cannot claim the IGST. Again, if you are providing the GST to someone else. Okay, so in case of unregistered, no GST treatment will be given. But in case of composition, in the limit is given like on the GST portal. If you don't have the registration number, but you are the composition dealer, then in that case you have to give the GST in a particular percentage. Okay, the rate will be given, provided to you. In the case of registered, you have to collect the GST from your customer and you have to pay the GST to the vendor. If the vendor, but both the parties should be registered. If you are registered and the vendor is also registered. If you are registered and the vendor is also registered, then in that case, and if the customer is not registered, then it is not necessary the customer should be registered. Then you have to collect the GST whether the customer is registered or not. but you are registered, then in the case of registration, if you are having the GSTN number, then you have to collect the GST from the customer and you have to pay the GST to the vendor. And the difference should be paid to the government. Okay, so in the case of purchasing of goods, whatever the GST you are paying to the vendors, that is known as ITC. That is known as input tax. That is known as input tax. In whatever GST you are collecting from your customer, that is known as output tax. In the difference of output minus input, you have to pay to the government. Is it clear? Should I move ahead? Right. So one is, we already talk about, one is on the basis of state, the transaction can be interstate and intrastate. In the case of intrastate, the GST will be divided into two parts, CGST and SGST. In the case of interstate, CGST and SGST will not be there. Only IGST will be applicable. GST is a family. It has three members. One is CGST, second is a SGST, and third one is a IGST. CGST and SGST applicable only in the case of intrastate. And in the case of interstate, IGST will be there. Is it? So this is the first concept. This is the first concept. The second concept is, on the basis of registration, if you are the register and you are the purchasing the goods from the registered dealer, registered vendor, then you have to pay the GST to the, at the time of purchasing the goods or services, you have to pay the GST to your vendor and you have to collect the GST from your customer. And it is not necessary the customer should be registered, but vendor should be registered. If you are purchasing the goods from the registered dealer, then the GST will be divided into two parts in case of intrastate. Okay. Now the next is, whatever you are collecting the GST from your customer, that is known as IGST, input tax. That is known as input tax. In whatever that is known as output tax, because you are collecting. In whatever GST you are paying to the vendor, that is known as input tax. In the difference of input and output, you have to pay to the government. Output minus input. For example, suppose, again listen carefully. Suppose I am purchasing the goods for rupees 1 lakh rupees. For 1 lakh rupees, and for the time being, just assume my goods are falls under 18% category. My goods are falls under 18% category. So when I purchase the goods from my vendor, in that case, suppose I'm registered and my vendor is also registered. I'm having the GST number and my vendor is also the also having the GST number. In that case, I have to pay the vendor total 1,18,000 rupees. 1 lakh for purchasing the goods and 18,000 for GST. 18,000 for GST. Okay, if the transaction is intrastate, like within a state, I'm purchasing the goods. From my state, I'm purchasing the goods. My company purchasing the goods from the same state. Then the transaction type is known as intrastate. In that case, whatever GST, 18,000 GST, I'm paying to my vendor, then it will divide it into two parts. One part goes to the central government and second one part goes to the state government. Is it clear? Now, same is within the same state, I sold that goods for rupees 2 lakh rupees. For 2 lakh rupees, and my goods falls under 18% category. So how much? 18% of 2 lakh. How much I'll receive as a output tax? How much I'll receive as a output tax? Tell me. Calculation. 18% of 2 lakh, that is 36,000. That is 36,000. So I have to collect the 36,000 from my customer. Okay, now I collected the 36,000 from my customer and I also paid the 18,000 to my vendor. So 36,000 minus 18,000. 18,000 should be paid to the government. Is it clear? This is the treatment of ITC. Yes, Bhumika, correct. Priyanshi, correct. Thank you so much. This is the treatment of GST. Is it clear? Yes, state numbers are different. Okay, I'm telling you. Just wait a minute, huh? On the net, all the state codes are given. See, these are the state codes. For Andaman and Nicobar, it is 35. Andhra Pradesh, it is 37. Andhra Pradesh, old, it is 28. Arunachal Pradesh is a 12, and so on. These are the state codes given on the net. If you wish, then you can check. And then 39 state codes are there. 39. 39 state codes are there. This is central jurisdiction in other countries. But our state codes are 39. Is it clear? Is it clear? So state codes are different according to the state. For example, I'm from MP. In MP state code is 28. 23, 23. MP state code is 23. Maharashtra state code is 27. In Delhi state code is 07. Yes, 32 belongs to Kerala. You have to check while entering the transaction. You have to check from here. So because in a tally, you cannot enter the fake GST number. If the format is correct, but GST number is not registered, then you cannot, then tally will not give you the proper GST in returns. Is it? Okay. So next, now there are different categories of products. If you wish, then you can check on the net. You can check on the net. Percentage of GST in India. How many percentages are there? There are 5 categories: 0%, 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28%. 5 categories are there: 0%, 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28%. And according to the taxability, 3 kinds of taxabilities are there: nil rated, exempt, and taxable. Nil rated, exempt, and taxable. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay, I'm sure it's a basics of GST is clear. These are called GST slabs. No, this is not slab. These are the GST rates. These are not slabs. Slabs are what? Like income tax. 0 to 5. If your income falls 0 to 7 lakhs slab, then the rate will be nil, 0. If your income falls 7 lakh to 10 lakh, then the rate will be this kind of things is known as slab. But these are the GST rates. This is not GST slabs. From which side we can check these GST codes? Okay, I'm giving you this side. See, this is the site. See, anywhere you can find out in a GST portal also. GST portal also. This is I randomly write down the query on Google, then it opens the suvit.io post GST state codes. You just write down the GST state codes, then you will get the list of GST state codes. Okay. Is it? Yes, all the state codes are given. You can check. No, it's not a problem, Ishwarya, because see, because of the dates, definitely the interest will be different. Okay. So we are going to start. See, Satyadev, your question is why is gold charged at 3% GST? There are different rates, but on the gold they provided this kind. See, you can check on the GST portal also. You say for example 5% GST items list. Here are given sugar, packed paneer, tea, coal, and then so on. So all the item lists are given here. Okay. Now we are going to start in our tally. So let me share the screen of tally. Okay. Now this is the okay. I'm going to create a new company. First, I should shut the company. And I'm going to create a company. Create. Then GST. First GST example. Madhya Pradesh. Now this is just a sample mobile number. Then Control A. Okay, you should please take care of while selecting the state, because I told you according to the state, the taxation will be applied. If it is like if you are from Madhya Pradesh, then your vendor should be from Madhya Pradesh, then only CGST, SGST will be applied in the case of registered. Otherwise, IGST will be there. So just take care of the states. Control A. Now, after pressing the Control A, you are getting the screen of company feature. You are getting the screen of company feature, and from here you can check your GST. You can set your GST features. Enable goods and service tax. So today we are going to enable it, set it yes, because continuously I used to disable it, but today I am going to enable it. Then the moment you set it yes, here you set it yes, you are getting this kind of a screen. This is the basic detail of your company. This is the basic GST detail of your company. Here you have to provide a one GST number. So I'm going to search on the net. Same thing you can search on the net. For example, I'm going to search on the net Tata MP GST number. You will get the list of the GST numbers. Here it is a GST number. See. (23). It is the Madhya Pradesh code. It is a Madhya Pradesh code. So I should enter this GST. If you are not entering the right GST, then Tally will provide you the error. So just copy it and paste it in your GST detail in Tally. Madhya Pradesh. So I am the regular. I am having the registration. So it should be the regular, then GST number. If you are not providing the right GST, then it is giving you the error. The format is the company GST number provided is invalid because I entered the wrong format. Now I should enter the correct format. So I can check 5 characters, then 4 numbers, then 1 character, then 1 ZX, enter. Then again it is giving me the error, but the format is correct, but it is giving me the error. Why? Because this is not a registered GST number. Now I enter the registered GST number. Now it will not provide me the error. Is it clear? Now it is not providing me the error. Why so? Because I entered the correct GST number. Correct GST number. I copied it from the net. Is it clear? Thank you, Krishna. Thank you. Yes, different state have different code. Okay. So we are moving for the next. I want periodically of GSTR, that should be the monthly. If it is quarterly, then you can set the quarterly, but presently I am setting it the monthly. Then GST user number, username, and no, it is because I don't have the portal access. Enter. I don't want e-invoicing and e-way bill. No. Then enter. The set alter company GST rate. So on the basis of rate, I told you about the 5 category. There are 5 categories: 0%, 5%, 12%, 18%, 28%. So set alter company GST rates. I want to set the GST rates here. So just set the GST rate here. Now, after setting the GST rate here, please remember, no need to type the percent anywhere. Only you have to set the percentage here. Now, like at the time of transaction, we will not write the 18% because it creates the ambiguity in softwares. It creates the ambiguity in software because you are writing 18% everywhere. So it creates the ambiguity, confusion. But though the percentage is same, you are typing. But again, it creates the ambiguity because software is a deaf and dumb machine. It cannot judge like everywhere you are writing the, you have written the everywhere the same percentage. So please remember, after writing here after providing here the percent rate, no need to write the percent rate of like GST anywhere. Enter. Now specify the details here. What is HSN? Every item have some HSN code. Enter. Then description, that is goods. Enter. Now you want to specify the rate here because afterward you will not enter anywhere the percentage. Then just specify the rate here. It is taxable. 3 types of taxabilities are there. The one is exempt, second one is nil rated, and third is taxable. Then 5% is there. Then it will divide it into 2 parts. CGST, SGST will be 2.5, 2.5. And if the IGST is, then 5% is there. Enter, enter. Then sales is also applicable, but is the based on values. How much percentage? 0.05. Enter. Okay, reverse charge and everything we will understand later on. But first, I am going to give you the simple understanding today. Control A, Control A. Is it clear? Anybody have some doubt? Anybody have some doubt how I set all the rates and everything? No. what Dhruvi says, ma'am, do the GST number vary from state to state of? Yes, definitely. See, here you can check. This is the GST. These are the GST numbers of Tata company. Just a minute. These are the GST number of Tata companies. Okay, so you can check. You can check. This is the GST number 27 is a Maharashtra. 27 is a Maharashtra. Okay, and you can check. See, Jammu and Kashmir. If the Tata company situated is Jammu and Kashmir, the GST number for Tata company is 01. But the PAN will be same. Na? You can just trace out. The PAN are same. All the GST numbers having the same PAN number. Only the state codes are different. Only the state codes are different. And this is on whole Tata company. Whether it is Jammu and Kashmir, whether it is in Bihar, whether it is in Kerala, whether it is in Tamil Nadu. But according to the this is Tamil Nadu state, so 33 state code is there. Telangana state, then 36 code is there. Goa, then 30. The other in Nagar Haveli, 26. Is it clear? Dhruvi? Yes, yeah, a company register for more than one GST number if the company have the different segments. See, like Reliance infrastructure is there, Reliance Power is there, then all of the, but all are registered under the Reliance. So Reliance company have the different GST numbers. In that case, PAN will be different. Company feature. Okay. I'm showing you. Okay. Most of the student is asking about the tally settings. I'm showing you. Okay. See, I got. See, F11. Then the student who cannot check the CGST, SGST. Okay, this is the simple GST number. Here you have to specify the simple GST number and make sure the state is correct. And if you cannot check the breakup of CGST, SGST, then press F12. In a F12, there is an option of provide breakup of tax rate. Student, please concentrate. Provide breakup of tax rate. Then shows provide cess rate also. I'm sure you are getting now. Ashpreet. Last part again. What, Satyadev? Bifurcation. If the bifurcation is not showing, then press F12. First F11, second GST, second option yes, then F12. Raj. Okay. See. Again, I'm showing you the features. See, first of all, this is the F11 key. Here you have to set yes. Regularly we are setting, we were disabling it, but now today we are enabling it. After setting the yes, registration status should be active. Then state is Madhya Pradesh, it is extracting from company creation screen. You already mentioned the state there. Then the registration type should be regular. Then assessee of other territory, no. Then GSTN, UIN. Okay, GSTN. See, assessee of other territory means you have to register for more than one company. Then GSTN number, it should be correct. You should take the GST number from the net. Then periodically of GSTR1. monthly or quarterly? I'm filing it the monthly. Then username, but I don't have the access of portal. Then e-invoicing applicable, no. E-way bill, no. Later on we will check now, but first you should learn the simple GST. These are the settings for simple GST. Is it? Then second option should be yes. Then here specify the details here, HSN and description. Right, and specify the details here. It should be taxable. If in your screen bifurcation is not there, then press F12. Under F12, there is an option of provide breakup of tax rate, provide cess rate. Then you will get this option. Is it clear? So many students are asking for this breakup. Amit, just have patience. We will learn this kind of thing. If we are having the different GST rates on different products, we will learn. How to open the old company, Surbi? We are learning from so many days. To open the old company, just click on the company, then select company. From here, you are having the select company. This one. And then select company, just provide the location where your company is situated. Okay, thank you. So now I'm going to start working. Okay, press Ctrl A. Then Ctrl A. TDS and TCS later on we will check. But first we have to complete the GST. GST is a lengthy process. Okay, I'm going to create a now your GST is applicable. Now I'm going to shut the previous company, that is Quality Software. Okay, now create. First you have to create the ledgers. Which ledger? See, okay, on the word I am going to give you the clarification. I'm writing here the one transaction. Okay, you can check the 5%. GST item. One is sugar. So I'm going to create a one sugar. Okay, kilograms. So evergreen traders started business with cash 20 lakh rupees. This is the normal transaction which we use to enter every day. And it should be on 1st April 2024. This is my first transaction. Now second. On 2nd April, company purchases the sugar purchase from Aman traders. Okay, so 100 kgs sugar at the rate of 45. Applied GST 5%. 5%. In the Aman traders GST number, I should enter. First, I should check on the GST number from again the net. GST number MP This is the GST number. Right? This is the GST number of, just assume this is the GST number of Aman Traders. Right? So how we will apply, how we can enter this kind of transaction. This kind of transaction. Okay. So first I should create the ledgers. Which ledger I should create? Which ledger I should create? Which ledger I should create? Anitha, just press F12. You joined late, I think so. Just press F12 to check the bifurcation of CGST, SGST, IGST. Press F12. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you the clarification. In this case, the entry will be cash to capital. And the amount will be 20 lakh. Here the amount should be 20 lakh. Okay. Now, in this case, what will be the entry? In the case of GST, the entry will be the first when the purchase transaction is there, the normal entry is purchases to Aman Traders. Purchases. And how much purchases we are doing? It should be 10,000 kgs. So 45,000. Our purchases are 45,000. But in that case, because of the GST, 5% GST will be applicable. 5% GST should be applicable. Then 45 lakhs, 45,000, 5%. 45,000, 5%. It should be 2250. It should be 2250. Then 2250. So we should credit the Aman Traders with GST. So 45,000 plus 2250. That's been 47,250. Okay, but our purchases happens for 45,000. So rest goes to the CGST and SGST. Then CGST will be 1125 and SGST will be 1125. And the total amount is 47,250. Is it clear? Is the entry is clear? Is the entry is clear? Purchase Tulsi, yes, it is correct. Purchase to Aman Traders, but Aman Traders should be credited with the GST amount. So GST amount is 2250. So that's mean 47,250. Aman Traders should be credited by 47,250. But we cannot debit the 47,250 as a purchase because our purchase is only 45,000. Then the 2250 should be debited by for GST, CGST and SGST. Thank you, Anisha. Thank you. Okay. I'll go slow. Fine. No input. No, there is no need to create the input SGST output input CGST. I'll give you the clarification on GST ledgers. Okay. Fine. Now the next is suppose. Next transaction is suppose on 1st May. On 1st May, company sold the item sugar to Ronald Traders. Okay, Ronald Traders. Ronald Traders. Same thing. 10,000, 1,000 is 10,000. 1,000. 1,000 kgs of sugar. Sugar at the rate 65 rupees. Okay, so what will be the entry? Tell me the entry. Tell me the entry. If the sales happen, then tell me the entry. Gopi, it's a 1,000 kg. I'm not sure. I write here the 1,000 kg, no? No, it is 40. Okay, so it should be or like 50,000. And then just in like increase a 10, na? And here should be 10. Then now please tell me the entry. Sold the sugar to Ronald Traders 10,000 kgs. 10,000 kg of sugar at the rate 65 rupees. 10,000 kgs of sugar at the rate 65 rupees. Then what will be the entry? What will be the entry? The entry will be Ronald Traders debit. Ronald Traders debit. By how much amount? To sales. By how much amount to sales? Only I know this amount because our sales happens for 6,50,000. It's a 10,000 because I am having the 10,000 kg of sugar. Now rest because on 6,50,000, 32,500 will be tax. Ronald Traders will collect the GST from my side. So 32,500 GST plus 6,50,000. So it should be 6,82,500. Okay, then to CGST, how much? I told you, na, it will be divided into two parts. So 16 to 50. Half part goes to the CGST and half part goes to the SGST. Again 16 to 50. Is it clear? Is it clear? Is it clear? No cash. I'm not selling on cash now. Sales happens to Ronald Traders. So Ronald debit to sales. Yes, Bhumika, correct. But what about CGST, SGST? See, please do not forget to the rules of nominal account. Because in the case of purchase, input GST will be there. And input GST is my ITC. So in that case, all the loss and gains should be credited. And all the income and gains should be credited. And all the expenses and losses should be debited. Do not forget the rules of the nominal account. So here see, because output see, in the case of output GST, output CGST and SGST is my liability. It is my liability. All the assets are debited and all the liabilities are credited. So liability, these are my liabilities, output CGST, SGST, because in the case of sales, this is liability. So liability should be credited. And in the case of purchase, this is my asset because this is my input tax. 11,250, 11,250. Now just create a one ledger. Okay, now just create a one ledger. How we can create the ledger? Okay, I'm going to insert a one table. Insert table. I'm going to create a ledger of CGST, SGST. First is CGST ledger. And I should merge it. CGST account. Okay. Now this is particular. TR side. This is amount. TR side. This is particular. CR. This is amount. CR. Okay. Now, in this case, see, in this case, two Aman traders. Okay, CGST to Aman traders 11,250. So, two Aman traders 11,250. 11,250. And here by Ronald traders. By Ronald traders. How much amount it is? 16,250. Okay, so this is my balance to balance CD. The balance is 15,000 rupees. The balance is 15,000 rupees. So total is 16,250. And again, total is 16,250. But the credit balance is, should insert a row below. But the credit balance is by balance BD. The credit balance is, this is my liability. It should be paid to the government. It's my credit balance, 15,000 rupees. So this is my liability. Is it clear? Yes, yes, yes. I'm getting so much correct answers. Tulsi, it's not 5,000. It's a bit of 15,000. It's not 5,000. It's a 15,000. Just check. It is 15,000 rupees. So the calculation happens like this, and CGST credit balance should be paid to the government. Because it's my taxation, CGST, SGST is the taxation account, duties and taxes. It's my liability. And it is adjusted by input tax. So there is no need to create the separately input tax or input CGST or output CGST. No need to create the separate ledgers. No need to create the separate ledgers for input CGST, output CGST. Is it clear? Should I start the practical? Should I start the practical in Tally? Just take the time and try to understand. Huh? Okay. So from very scratch, I am going to start. Okay. See, these are the transactions. I gave you the clarification on GST. Okay, what is GST? Now in this case, just assume I am from Madhya Pradesh. And my debtor and creditor is also from the Madhya Pradesh. So that's mean intra-state transaction is there. Okay, please try to understood. My company situated Evergreen Traders situated in Madhya Pradesh, and I purchased from Aman Traders, who is also from Madhya Pradesh, and my company sold the items, goods to Ronald Traders. It is from also Madhya Pradesh. So all are from Madhya Pradesh. So intraday treatment will be given. Intrastate treatment will be given. And I told you in the theory, in the case of intrastate, the GST part will divided into two parts. GST goes to one part goes to the state government and one part goes to the central government. 50-50%. And my goods are falls under 5% category. Okay, so now entries. When we talk about the entries, then first is purchases account debit 4,50,000, because I purchased the goods for 4,50,000, but I have to pay to the Aman Traders 4,72,500. Why? Because 22,500 is GST. Because Aman Traders is also registered. So because of the registered vendor, I have to pay the GST. So 22,500 GST I have to pay. Total amount will be 4,50,000 plus 22,500. Total amount will be credited to Aman Traders 4,72,500. But purchases is 4,50,000. So half amount goes to the CGST and half amount goes to the SGST. Is it clear? Ashmita, is it clear? Okay, just I am checking my ledger. Yes. Sorry. Yes. Thank you. Like, I'm glad now you are consenting on my class. The balance is 5,000 rupees. That is payable. Tax is payable to the government. Is it clear? Now the just opposite of in the case of sales. Suppose we sold the item for 6,50,000 rupees. So to sales, the 6,50,000 should be credited. 6,50,000 should be credited. Okay, but I collected the CGST, SGST 32,500. So half part goes to the CGST and half part goes to the SGST. So total I have to pay 6,82,500. So my data should be debited by this much of amount. Is it clear? Subankar, it was my mistake. I corrected it. It is 5,000 rupees, not 15,000 rupees. Just I tried, like, you are in class or not. But thank you, you are in class and you are like very attentive. All of you are very attentive. So many students are there who are giving me the reply, whatever the question I'm asking. Thank you so much. I'm sure after this class you will learn how to enter the GST. Okay, Priyanshi, I'm moving ahead. So Same thing I need to enter in the daily, but there is no need to do the calculation. Like by mistake, I written here the 15,000. There is no need to do the calculation because in Tally embedded calculation feature is there. Embedded calculation. It will automatically calculate the things. So first ledgers, we should create the ledger. First is capital ledger, capital account. It should be under capital, control A. It should be under capital, control A. The next account is purchases account. Okay, and it should be under purchase account. Then here GST applicable, please only concentrate. Don't do anything because by default it automatically will provide you the feature GST applicability. If you are not finding, then again press F12. F12, then tax detail. In the tax detail, select type of duties or taxes should be yes. And party tax registration detail. Provide GST registration detail should be yes. Okay. Press Ctrl A. Then there is no need to change on other things. Only press Ctrl A. Sales account. Under sales. Enter. Enter. Then Ctrl A. But only you need to change here. Instead of services, set goods. Ctrl A. And I forget to change the in the ledger purchase. See, type of supply should be goods. Control A, because presently we are selling the goods and we are purchasing the goods. No services are there. Okay, now create another ledgers. Create ledger. Aman traders account. Under which it should be Aman traders account. Who is Aman? Debtor or creditor? Who is Aman? Debtor or creditor? Answer me. Who is Aman? Debtor or creditor? I am waiting for your answer. We purchase the items from Aman. So Aman, who is Aman? Our debtor or creditor? Answer. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Ashmita. Thank you. Thank you, no name. Just log in with your name now. Ashmita and another student also replied me, but name is not there. So that's why I'm calling no name. Just enter with your ID. Ashpreet, Anjana, very good, very good. Very good. So many students replied me. Very good, very good. Okay, appreciated your efforts. So, sundry creditor. And then maintain balance bill by bill, yes. Now, every time we used to press Ctrl A here. But now this time, because of the taxation, we have to provide the GST number also. I already find the GST number of the Aman. This is the GST number of Aman. Control C. Control V. And you can enter the PAN also, na? Here is the regular. Okay, you can enter the PAN by deleting the first two character and last three. This is the PAN. Is it? Enter. Now press Ctrl A. Next is Ronald Traders account. Who is Ronald? sundry debtor. Then again GST number. Again you should search the GST number on the net. Just search from the net. So Reliance. GST number Madhya Pradesh. This is Reliance Retail Limited. Enter. Set alter additional detail. No, I don't want to enter the percentage. Now two ledgers are all. We have to create two ledgers separately. Which one? Tell me. Which ledgers I should create still? I created 5 ledgers: capital, sales, purchase, creditor, debtor. Now rest ledgers. Just give me rest ledgers. I'll tell you. See, I created 5 ledgers: creditors, debtors, sales, purchase in capital, 5 ledgers. But 2 ledgers I should create. That is CGST, SGST. So I'm going to create CGST account. It should be under duties and taxes. Then GST. Please do not forget to map properly. See, if you want to give the treatment for GST, then it should be GST. Type of duty should be GST. Then it is CGST. Please don't enter the percentage here. Don't enter the percentage here. Control A. SGST account. Just map it properly. It is CGST and it falls under SGST. Do not enter the percentage here. Control A. Now I'm going to show you the ledgers which I created. See, these are the ledger. Apart from that, cash and P&L by default is created by the tally itself. Please create the ledgers. Those students who are working simultaneously, please create the ledgers. Completed? Anandi, I corrected the balance. Balance is for 5,000, not 15,000. I intentionally write 15,000 so that I can check you are attentive or not. Okay, Anandi. So these are the ledgers which I created. Just create these ledgers if you are working simultaneously. Do it fast, come on. Completed? Yeah, I'm waiting for 5 minutes, Dhruvi. No, they see, Anisha, once you enter the percentage at the company feature screen, then there is no need to enter the percent again and again, because see, this is the software. We are using the software and it is deaf and dumb. Software is a deaf and dumb. It doesn't have to eye to see. It doesn't have ear to listen. It doesn't have tongue to speak. So it will get confused. This concept is known as ambiguity in softwares. So please do not enter the percentage again and again. Do not enter the percentage again and again. Okay. And for every ledger, for like creditor and debtor, we provide here the Madhya Pradesh. Please check and just enter it carefully, because our company is also belongs from Madhya Pradesh. And we are going to give the treatment of CGST, SGST, because our transactions are intrastate. As per the example, our transactions are intrastate. Is it? Okay, I'm also waiting for 2 minutes, huh? I'm going to start the entering the transactions. Okay. Okay, Dhruvi, I'll try to slow down the process. Okay. Fine. So start entering the transaction. The first transaction is receipt transaction, because cash to capital. Then vouchers, F6, that is a shortcut key for receipt. F6. Then see, now today I am going to tell you the another things. Receipt, payment and contra, two modes are there. If you wish, then you can enter the receipt entry in the single entry mode. So when you enter in the single entry mode, then first account, because tally is also no, the cash should be debited. Then capital should be credited. Okay. Enter 20 lakh. Enter business started with cash. Enter. Is it clear? First transaction. I'm waiting, huh? First transaction. CGST, SGST. Okay. Okay, fine. See, CGST, SGST, alter, ledger, CGST. I'm like, this is for the student who is asking, please show the CGST, SGST ledger. See, it should be under duties and taxes. And type of tax should be GST. This map should be correct. If the mapping is incorrect, then GST return will not be generated. Take your time, but make it correctly. No need to see. And then this is CGST. So you should map it with CGST. No matter what you are providing here the name. Okay, see, it should be, it can be, maybe you are providing here the central GST account. But the name is not important. The important is mapping. The important is mapping. Please do not enter the percentage. And don't use the rounding, because in the taxation, there is no need to use the rounding methods. Control A, and same is SGST. See, it should be under GST, and SGST, the mapping should be correct. Is it? Is it completed? Bhumika, what you want? No, there is no difference between single and double entry mode. Only interface. Only interface. Single mode. See. Okay. So I'm going to explain you the single mode. See, in a voucher, if you are entering the payment voucher, and this is known as a single entry mode. So in that case, the whatever the one common account is there, payments, receipt and contra, one common account is cash and bank. Only it knows that cash and bank, in the case of payment, cash and bank should be credited. In the case of receipt, the cash and bank should be debited. So it will only gives you the suggestion of cash. See, no other account it is giving you the suggestion. So in that case, the chance of errors are less. But if you are not comfortable with this mode, then you can change the mode double entry mode. If you are comfortable with to and buy or DR and CR, this is buy and to. But if you want DR and CR, then just press F12. Show use CR and DR instead of to buy. Yes, then now it is showing me the DR CR. So two modes are there, but there is no difference between the modes. Effect will be same, but only the entry will be, it will take some, like it will take less time. Instead of double entry mode, single entry mode is a time saving mode. Is it? Okay. Now I'm going to enter the purchases. F9. Then GST-P-001. This is my reference number. I'm not going to change the date because educational mode have the problem, because we cannot enter the date 3, 4, 5. So I will use only the 1, 2 and 31st. Enter. The party name is Aman Traders. And these details you can enter if you have, otherwise you can press Ctrl A, and then please check. By default, it is extracting the details Madhya Pradesh, then complete GST number, then Ctrl A, then purchase account. Then items are, see, still I haven't created the items. So first you have to create the items from here. Gateway of Tally. Gateway of Tally, create first unit of measurement, kgs, kilogram. Enter. It should be mapped correctly, kgs. Just create it. Please, students, create it. Completed. Now press Ctrl A. Now create a unit, stock item. Instead of unit, I created the unit. Now stock item sugar. 10 kgs. Apply the kilograms. Then press Ctrl A. Here, no GST treatment will be there. See, in the case of stock item, automatically it is there. Applicability, it is extracting the details from the company creation is company feature screen. It is automatically extracting the details from the company feature screen. Is it clear? I created two things. First is a unit. I created the unit kgs. Okay. And no decimal place. If you wish, then you can provide the decimal place also. And I created the item also, that is sugar. But no GST treatment will be here. GST detail I should not enter here because only I have to enter the GST detail in company feature screen. Percentage also, there is no need to enter the percentage again and again. Is it clear? Okay, thank you. Now one voucher I entered, that is the capital voucher. Capital transaction is there. Now purchases are happen. So press F9 for purchase. Press F2 for date, 2nd April. Voucher number is GST-P-001. This is my voucher number. The party name is Aman Traders. If you are having these details, then you can enter the details. Otherwise, press Ctrl A. Then you need to check it out. All the details are correctly entered by the tally itself. Then purchase ledger, then sugar. How much kgs? 10,000. In the rate is 45. There is no need to provide the calculation. Because see, if the calculation is done by the tally itself, if the embedded calculation is there, then no chance for error in calculations. Okay. Now press enter. Press enter. CGST. See, automatically calculation is there. SGST. Enter. Automatically calculation is there. No need to calculate by own. Clear? Just enter this transaction and tell me. The students, please tell me. In your tally, the calculation is automatically there or not? Yes, Alter C. Raj, you can create the item from here by pressing the Alter C. Here you should press the Alter C to create the item. See, suppose I'm purchasing the sugar as well as the can, then Alt C. I can create the item from here. Then enter. See, first you have to provide the first one item. Then if you don't want to provide the another item, then press twice time enter. Then CGST, SGST. Please, student, tell me if your calculation is automatically there or not. I am waiting for your answers. Quantity and rate not showing. Okay. Just like select the unit of measurement while creating the item. Yes, the calculation is very good, very good, very good. Calculation are not happening. Isha, what's the problem? What's the problem, Isha? Just check why calculation is not there. One by one, you should check. If the calculation is not there, then first press F11 key. Then check here. Here is GST number is there or not? And the state should be Madhya Pradesh. GST number. Okay, and the correct GST number should be there. The number which is registered on GST portal. Then you should set yes on second option. Then just specify the detail here, HSN, goods, and then specify the detail here, taxable in 5%. Okay. If the calculation is not happening automatically, then you should check this kind of thing. After like checking these things, you should check the Aman Traders Ledger. It should belong from Madhya Pradesh, and right GST number should be there, regular and then right GST number. Third step. The fourth step is you should check purchase ledger. Here include in accessible, it should not set not applicable. Here should be set GST applicable. And here should be set goods, type of supply should be goods. Isha, just check. Then GST, it should be under duties and taxes, GST and CGST. Okay, same thing is SGST. But most of the students answered me, the calculations are there. Saira, if you see, first of all, when you enter the sugar, 10,045 rupees per kg, then press enter and again press enter. Then central GCST, this is my name, only the name of the ledger. No, you should not put by yourself, Dhruvi. If you are putting by yourself, your calculating is not automatically there, then GST return will not generate it. The calculation should be automatically. So Dhruvi, just check. Quantity and rate. See, if you are not, see, why the quantity rate is not there? Because units and measurement should be selected correctly. If you are not selected units and of measurement, then rate and quantity will not be there. Okay. Dhruvi, check one by one. Most of the students got the calculation automatically. Is it clear? Everybody, please confirm. Your problem resolved or not? I'm waiting. Your problem resolved or not? I'm waiting. Dhruvi, what you want to ask, please, Vida, clarify it. Dhruvi, just clarify it because you are asking again and again, na? See, if you want to delete the vouchers, then just go to the daybook, open the daybook and select the entry. Click on the entry and press Alt D. That is the shortcut key for delete. Dhruvi, resolve your problem or not? Yes, Bhumika, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, now I'm going to enter the next transaction, but I should take the one reference. Okay, new reference 4,72,000. See, now it is giving me the error. The tax amount is mismatched. Why so? Try to understand. When I set the features on GST, then I open here the cess also. See, I provide here the cess calculation also. So that's why it is giving me the error. It is like giving me the message. The cess should be there. So after like SGST, enter, press Alt C, cess account. Under duties and taxes, and it should be under GST and cess. Again, no need to provide the percentage. Please check. Okay, completed. Cess account, Control A. Now see, cess calculation is also there. Is it? See, it is like purchase ledger. It is okay. Just a minute, huh? Just a minute. In the purchase ledger, here is not. See, it should be on based on value. It automatically take. It will not ask because at the time of company creation, company feature, you selected on there based on values. It should be on based on values. Yes, Abhi, I gave you the clarification why the error was there. You have to create a one sales account because we enable the sales ledger also. So just create the sales ledger under duties and taxes, GST. It is sales. Then based on value, no need to enter the percentage. Then calculation is automatically there. Is it clear? Purchase ledger. Okay. Okay, Dhruvi, just take my purchase ledger. This is my purchase ledger. See, here I haven't selected anything. Only applicable and only goods. That's it. The rest things are automatically there. See, it is not moving the cursor on the based on value. Why so? Because F11, press F11. Then second, yes. Second, yes. There is an option of based on value. That's it. And purchase is always be CGST and SGST is always be the based on values. Okay, now I am moving ahead. Okay, now tax is there. Control A. Now you can check in the display more reports, then state reports, then GST R3B. See, ITC is there. That is ITC. ITC is there. 11,250, 11,250. 225 is a cess. Three B. Three B. Everybody is getting this 3B. Everybody is getting this 3B. Everybody is getting 3B. In uncertain transaction, there should be 0. Here should not be transaction, should not be there. It is my 3B, which showing me the ITC. Okay. This amount is not showing. Okay. See, if the cess amount is not showing, then please check the ledger. Cess ledger should be created like this. Cess, then duties and taxes, GST. It is GST and it should be, the mapping should be correct. Because see, by like inserting the name will not affect the software. Okay. See, this is my transaction. Now I want to enter the sales transaction. So vouchers, first you should switch on the gateway of Tally, vouchers, F8. Then Ronald Traders. Make sure you created the Ronald Traders correctly. I'm showing you the ledger of Ronald Traders. It should be under sundry debtors. Dhruvi, forget about the purchase, enter the sales transaction. If you are having the problem, then just enter the sales transaction simultaneously. Then definitely I'm sure you will know what's a mistake exactly. You will come to know the mistake. Ronald Trader, sundry debtors. Enter. It should be from the Madhya Pradesh so that intrastate is there. Then GST number in control A. Control A. Then again sales ledger. First you should check sales ledger. Sales account. The sales should be under sales account. And not applicable. Here applicable should be there. The purchase in sales ledger settings should be same. Only the difference is group. As per the company group, then as per the company group. See, HSN is again as per the company group and GST rate setup is again as per the company group. Then only you need to set the goods instead of services. Is it clear? Then sugar, again 10,000 kgs, enter. The rate is 65 rupees. Rate is now, it is assuming this is inclusive of tax. So no, this is not inclusive of tax. 65 rupees my rate is there. And this is inclusive of tax. You can enable this feature by pressing F12. There is an option of inclusive of tax column. Provide rate inclusive of tax. If you don't want, then set no, Control A. Then enter, one more enter, then CGST, SGST, cess. See, everything is there. See? Now please check. I'm waiting. Just a minute. Just please check. I'm waiting. Just enter the correctly transactions. Is it completed? Okay. See, you should complete this transaction. Now, suppose I forget to apply the sales amount. Okay. I forget to apply the sales amount. Right. And I entered it. Then when you check the GSTR1, because GSTR1 is for output GST, state reports, GST reports, GSTR1. See, there is an option of it is not showing me the tax. Why so? Because this is uncertain transaction. So just click enter here. Then you will get invalid or missing information. Applicable latex ledger is not selected. Then enter, enter. And again, here you should select the cess. You can rectify the error easily. You can rectify the error easily. See, now it is showing me the text. I'm talking about those students who are asking the text is not there. So just press enter on uncertain transaction. Please correct it fast. Is it clear? Point 0.05% was there. So that's why it is 3 to 5 amount. 30 to 500. New reference I told you previously, na, press F12. And then bill wise detail, default bill wise detail should be set no. Saira, okay. I'm giving you the one more example, okay? Okay. Now, in this company, I entered the two transaction and I can check GSTR1. Okay, it is from 1st April to 30th April. And it is showing me the correctly the tax 16,250, 16,250, 325 says. And GSTR 3B 16,250, 16,250, 325 is ITC. Okay, ITC. And in a GSTR1, this is B2B invoices. This is known as B2B. And 3B. Okay, now I should check the amount. Okay, tray book. The purchase amount is 682,825 and it is 672,472,725. Now, first I should check the ledgers of CGST. CGST, Central GST. See, 5,000 is a credit balance. We already calculate na. 5,000 is a credit balance. Same is a SGST. 5,000 is a credit balance. Now I have to pay to the government. So how I can pay to the government? Vouchers by pressing F7 key, F5 key, sorry. F for payment and autofill, Control F. GST, state payment, GST. Then tax other than the reverse charge from 1st April to 2nd April. Then CGST, central tax should be debit. By how much amount? 5,000. Then again debit SGST, 5,000. Then again debit cess. Then 100 rupees to cash. That's it. Your work is completed now. You can like tell ki you paid in a cash or check or whatever. Then press Control A, Control A. Okay. Just check day book, payment voucher. This one. Don't worry. Today is the first day of GST. Tomorrow I'll again give you the one more example. Okay. Still we have the 15 minutes. So I can give you the one. I can enter the one or two transaction. Now press escape. Then you want to take the purchase voucher print by pressing Alt P, current, then configured it. You want separately the text column. Okay, then see here is an option in the state details. Rate of duty for stock items, yes. Then GST, yes. Then show GST percentage, yes. Analysis. Then press Control A, print. You will be surprised how the like format is there. Alt P, current. Preview. So first I should configure it. Figure. Show more. Everything should be set yes now, so that I can print to format in a type pre-printed. Okay, Control A, then preview. See, this is the invoice. This is the invoice. You can analysis from here. It is giving me the invoice also. The format is very good. Is it clear? Is it clear? To cash. If the payment is made by cash, okay. Okay. You want payment voucher, na? Okay, fine. See payment. Just press from here autofill. In the autofill, okay, I am deleting it. Alt D, delete it. Now voucher, payment F5. Then autofill. And just check correctly. State payment GST. Tax other than reverse charge. Then 14224 because my date says 14224. Enter. CGST, central CGST 5000. Then debit SGST 5000. Then debit cess 100 rupees. Enter. Then if you wish to mention where you pay the amount, then you can mention here by check or by credit card or whatever. I'm mentioning here the cash. Control A, then saved it. Control A. Is it clear? Should I move for the next? Should I move for the next? Okay. So please check the steps. Okay. Please, I'm going to repeat the steps by creating a new company. Company, I'm going to shut this company and I'm going to create a new company. New GST. New GST LTD. Then state is Madhya Pradesh. Just check, just check. Please don't do simultaneously because see, there is no only the 15 minutes, 20 minutes is there. Control A. Now create the ledgers. First, you should enable the GST feature and you should enter the GST number. I'm going to enter the GST number. So this is my GST number. Madhya Pradesh, MP. MP state code is 23. Control C. And in a tally, you should enter the correct GST number. That's it. Control A. Then again, second yes. Then specify the details here. 2451. Description, goods. Then specify the details here. Taxable 5%. And you should enable the cess based on value and 0.05%. Is it? Then control A. Then control A. Now only ledgers you have to create. There is no need for settings. Ledger, purchase, account, enter under purchase. Rest details you should not modify. Only you have to modify. Instead of type of supply, it should be goods. The percentage is by default written here. We should not change from here anything. Then control A. Then sales, account. Under sales, same thing. Do not change anything. Only instead of services, goods. Control A. Then CGST account. It should be under duties and taxes. The mapping should be correct. GST, the type of tax is GST and the subtype is CGST. Do not enter the percentage here. Control A. SGST account, same. Duties and taxes, GST and SGST. Control A. Aman traders. This is my sundry creditor. Then 15 days credit period. Only you need to specify the GST number. I'm going to take the GST number from here. Okay, please do not enter the same GST number. So now I'm going to enter this GST number, that is Tata. Then enter. Control A. Then Ronald Traders. This is my sundry debtor. 15 days credit period, same. Only you need to enter the GST number. Control C. Control V. Enter. Control A. That's it. Then just create the stock item in units. kg, kilograms. Then just map it correctly. This is kilogram. Enter the 3 decimal places. Control A. Then create a stock item. Sugar. Enter. Please do not forget to select the unit of measurement. Then Control A. Do not change the taxation detail here. Control A. Now enter the transactions. Purchase F9 001. Then Aman Traders. Control A. Purchase sugar 1000 kgs. 45 rupees. 10,000. Enter CGST. Enter SGST. Enter. This time again I should create the cess ledger. Alt C. Cess account. Duties and taxes. GST. Then it is cess. do not enter the percentage here. It should be based on value. Control A, then. Same is a sales transaction. Control A. Then you can check the GSTR written by press, display more reports, state reports, then GST reports, GSTR 3B, because 3B for input text. Now it is giving me the uncertain transaction. I should correct from here. GST number cannot be same for the debtor and the creditor. So that's why it is giving me the error. So I should change the GST number. So I'm going to search the next rest GST number is okay. Guruji GST number Indore. This one. So I'm going to set this GST number. Control C. Because I'm only showing you this thing because if the GST number is incorrect, then again it will provide you the error. See, now the error will be correct. See, now tax input tax credit is there. And then voucher having conflict with masters. Why it is giving me this error? Because in transaction I enter this GST number and as per the master I enter this GST number. So I should correct from masters. From where I can correct? Alter ledger among traders. Then I control A, saved it, then the no mistake will be there. State reports, GST reports, CB. See, now it is correct. Okay. Still problem is there. Both side I changed the GST number. Control A. Because of the GST number, it was providing me the error. Now you can check. Please listen my recording and then please do it in a correct way because GST is a very important topic for you people. Okay. Okay. Now time for query. Any query is there still? Still any queries remaining? Please. Who completed the transactions and who have the complete reports as the my tally is showing? My tally won't show. Saira, you should check the purchase ledger because I'm sure you enter the purchase ledger under different group. It should be under purchase group. Please check, Saira. Bhumika. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Bhumika. Okay, now I'm going to provide you the one email ID. Just send the assignments on that email ID. It's a Kavita Navlani, Kavita. Okay, I'm going to write here. Okay. See, Kavita Navlani 126@gmail.com. It's my email ID. Just send all the assignments here. I'll send you the different assignments for GST also, but it will take 2 days to complete GST, 2 to 3 days. Is it? Any query? Thank you, Priyanshi. Thank you so much. Just enjoy the session and just do the simultaneously work. No, after taking backup, just directly send it. No need to take the anything else. Okay, so thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Bye and take care.